It's Miss Roseann Sunday School, won't you join in? We'll learn about the Bible, Jesus forgiving sins. Though the world is scary, God will see us through. Keep loving your neighbor just as God keeps loving you.
Miss Roseann here. Thank you for tuning in to Ascension Kids Sunday School online. We miss being with all of you, and for the last few weeks we've been able to meet in person at Agra Palace, and some of you have been coming. But if you have not been coming, that's okay, because we can meet here on Miss Roseann Sunday School. We want everyone to be safe. Now, every Sunday, I say hello or happy birthday to some of you. And today, we have a birthday boy named Aiden. And Aiden will be turning 5 years old on Tuesday. Now, Aiden had a special role to play last Christmas, Christmas 2019. As the little drummer boy, and he led all of the children into the church as they marched to present our Christmas pageant. It was a wonderful memory. Would you help me wish Aiden a very special and happy 5th birthday? Wonderful. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Aiden! Now it is time for me to ask you 4 questions. Now I want you to think about those questions, so when I'm telling the story you can say, aha! I know the answer to that question because I was listening so carefully. Now if you want to be able to say, aha! Then you have to be a super duper good listener. Do you think you can be a super duper good listener? I know you can. Here's question 1. What did Moses do on the top of the hill? What did he do? Number 2. What did the Israelites learn as they watched Moses? Question 3. Who helped Moses, and why were these friends so important? And number 4. How are we, you and me, like Moses? Now before I tell the story, let's go out to my backyard where my 3 helpers are waiting. They will play a game called Moses' Arms and Staff, which also gives us a clue about today's story. Let's go. Today's story is called God Keeps His People Safe, and it is found in the book of Exodus, chapter 17, verses 8 through 16. That's in the Old Testament. We have been learning about how God kept His people safe from the moment they left Egypt. God kept them safe when the Pharaoh and his soldiers were trying to capture the Israelites near the Red Sea. He kept the people safe when they were hungry and thirsty in the desert. Now God is going to show them another way He will keep them safe, and it has something to do with Moses' arms and his staff. In our story, Moses knew he had to keep his arms up and his staff up. Now, I am not going to tell you why until we get back inside, but his arms got tired. How many minutes would you be able to keep your arms up, even holding a wooden staff. This is what I've asked my helpers to do. Let's see how they do with this challenge.
Hi, I'm Koga. Hi, I'm Jason. Hi, I'm Aurora.
I want to give a special thank you to Koga, Jason, and Aurora for helping me outside today. Wow, you guys are strong! Now our story starts where the Israelites are still traveling through the desert. Do you remember they were traveling from Egypt in the desert? And they were still near the place where God gave them drinking water from a rock. Now they were about to have another big problem. You see, there were mountains all around them. And in these mountains lived some people called the Amalekites. The Amalekites were strong fighters. They did not love God. They did not care about God's people. The Amalekites, in fact, wanted to get rid of the Israelites. So, when the Israelites were traveling through their land, what did they do, these Amalekites? You guessed it, they started to fight them. What could the Israelites do? They weren't fighters. Remember back in Egypt, what were they doing? Do you remember? They were making bricks for the Pharaoh in Egypt. They had never fought against any other people. How would they keep safe from these powerful enemies? Now, who do you think would help them here? Who has been helping them? Who has been helping them with the water? Well, and the food. Well, it was God, but who was God using? Do you remember? Did you say Moses? If you said Moses, you are right. What did Moses do? Well, first of all, Moses continued to lead the Israelites. Why? Because God had given him this big job. Yes, he was the leader of the people. So he had to figure out what to do. What did Moses do? Well, first, Moses called Joshua, his young, smart helper and friend. Moses said to him, "Joshua, choose some men and go and fight these Amalekites." Moses continued, "Joshua, I am an old man now. My job here is not to fight. My job is to trust and pray to God for our people's safety. Tomorrow, I will stand on the top of the hill and hold my staff in my hands toward our God." So Joshua did what Moses told him to do. He took some men and went off to fight the Amalekites. And Moses did what he said he would do. And he went with his two friends, Aaron and Hur, to the top of the hill to hold up his staff towards God. Now all the people watched as Moses trusted in God by holding up his hands and lifting up his staff. Now, when they were watching him, do you think they remembered how this staff turned into a snake and then back into a staff in front of the Pharaoh in Egypt? Do you think they remembered how when Moses raised his staff over the Red Sea and then God made a dry path for them to cross and escape from Egypt's army? Do you think they remembered how Moses struck the rock with his staff and made fresh drinking water come out of the rock? Yes, this staff, well, not this one, but Moses' staff, must have reminded them that God helped them in the past, in all the situations since they left Egypt. As they looked at Moses praying and holding up the staff, they were once again being shown by Moses how to trust in God. Moses was helping them learn to trust in God for this new problem, so that they would win this battle against the Amalekites. Do you think they would win? Let's find out. Now, something really strange happened. Every time when Moses' arms went up, Joshua and the Israelites were winning the fight against the Amalekites. But when Moses put his arms down, because they started to hurt and he was getting tired, the Amalekites fought harder and the Israelites started losing the battle. When he put them up, they were winning, and when he put his hands down, they were losing. Winning, losing. Winning, losing. "We better keep his arms up so the Israelites will win this battle," said Aaron and Hur. They needed a plan. What would they do? They chose to help Moses. Aaron and Hur found a big stone for Moses to sit on and rest. Then these two men sat next to Moses, one on his one side and one on the other side. And they held up Moses' arms. They held his arms up all day until the sun went down. These were good friends. They acted like a team. With Moses' arms up, God caused the Israelites to win the battle. After the battle was over, God told Moses, "Moses, write down what happened on this day on a scroll. Now, a scroll is like a fancy piece of paper to write down important things. Why do you think God wanted this story to be written down? Well, if things are written down, we can read those things over and over again and remember them. And other people can read them over and over again, like in history books or in the Bible. You see, in this way, Joshua and you and me would remember this story because it's going to be in the Bible, and it is in the Bible for all people to read. So putting it down, writing it down was a good idea. Now, actually, how did the Israelites win? Did Moses have some super duper power in his arms? Were the Israelites strong and powerful? No. It was because God was with Moses. God was winning the battle for them. Moses was simply trusting in God by holding up his arms and his staff. After the battle was won, Moses built an altar and named it "The Lord is my banner." Here, Moses worshiped and praised God. He thanked God for helping the people. He thanked God for keeping his people safe. God had won the battle for them. God also showed Moses how important it was to trust in him with the help of others. God gave Moses helpers, like I had helpers today in the backyard. God gave Moses his helpers and his friends who held up his arms and his hands and his staff with him. That is what the church is for. We need to help each other, and we need to hold each other when we need it. You see, Moses did not have any superpowers like Spider-Man or Superman or Wonder Woman. No, Moses was weak. He needed God. He needed friends. Just like Moses, we are weak. We need God, and we need our friends. We need to trust in God, and we need to trust in God with other friends together. Friends who also trust in God too. Just like Moses and the Israelites, we must trust in Jesus to fight our battles. When we are scared about tests or learning something new or making friends or being safe in school, or we're scared about the coronavirus, we have to learn to trust Jesus and trust in him together with our friends. Do you have the answer to the 4 questions I asked you earlier? I'm sure you do. Let's see. Question 1. What did Moses do on the top of the hill? I know you know this one. Moses held up his arms and his staff toward God. Good job. What did the Israelites learn as they watched Moses doing that? What did they learn? Now, when you answer this question, there's a lot of different things that they learned. So maybe you will say it in a different way. But basically, they learned that they needed to trust God to keep them safe. They needed also to pray to God. Question 3. Who helped Moses, and why were these friends important? Aaron, Hur, and Joshua all helped Moses. These friends were important because they helped Moses hold up his hands when he was too weak to hold them up by himself. And Joshua obeyed Moses to help him and went with other men to fight the Amalekites. Question 4. How are we, you and me, like Moses? Just like Moses, we are weak and we need to trust God. We also need friends who will trust in God with us and help us along as we trust in God. This is why Jesus set up the church. I hope that you enjoyed watching this episode of Miss Roseann's Sunday School, which was God Keeps His People Safe. Please do email us at the church for the sheets so you can read it at home and complete all of the activities in the in this little folder here. Okay? But now we're going to put God's word in our heart. Surely God is my help. Psalm 54:4. That's easy enough, but very important for us to remember. Because at the time when we are scared or frightened or feeling lonely or sad, surely God is my help. Psalm 54:4. We hope to see you soon. Send us a picture of one of your favorite parts of Miss Roseann's Sunday School so we can put it up soon. Okay? And we hope to see you back next time. We'll see you. Thank you. Bye-bye.